Okay, guys, so I just got done seeing the first actual footage of The Mandalorian, and I have to tell you, color me impressed. I'm actually pretty psyched about this show. To be fair, I'm going to show my cards. I'm not a big Mandalorian culture fan. The Mandalorians themselves really don't appeal to me. I think the best stuff we got of the Mandalorian culture was in Clone Wars with Duchess Satine, Bo-Katan. So, I mean, I like that stuff, but the Mandalorian culture, like Boba Fett, even though Boba Fett is a clone of Jango Fett, and Jango Fett is not officially a Mandalorian, they never really appealed to me. These are just characters that have cool costumes that are, at the end of the day, just trash throwaway characters. Jango Fett's a little more important, in my opinion, than Boba. So when I heard that the Disney Plus was going to be doing a Mandalorian show, I was like, okay, it's cool, it's Star Wars, I'm going to check it out. I like the showrunner, Jon Favreau, big fan of Favreau. Dave Filoni's going to be heavily involved. I love everything Filoni's in. But not a big fan of Mandalorian. Me personally, I'm more looking forward to the Cassian series because I love that period in time. I love what they're exploring with the rebellion and so on. But I saw the first clip, so as you guys know, wasn't able to go to Chicago to see Star Wars Celebration in person like I did in Orlando because I live here in Orlando. But thank you to those who actually leaked bootleg footage. I actually appreciate that. It's wrong, but I appreciate it. So I got to see that they showed like an extended scene, and then they showed like a little highlight trailer at the end. And I actually dug it. And it looks legit. Like, it looks like we're on Tatooine. I see Jawas with guns, which is fucking batshit crazy. See monkey lizards. That killer droid from Empire Strikes Back is, like, going insane, killing people. So it looks legit. It looks, like, downright gritty and dirty, which I like. Now, the rumors are that this is supposed to take place after Return of the Jedi. And the question that I impose, because we didn't get real scope of the time period. We know it's after Return of the Jedi. We know the Battle of Jakku takes place shortly after Jedi. I think like maybe within a 1 or 2 year lifespan of after Return of the Jedi. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the Battle of Jakku is the final stand of the Empire. Gallius Rax brings all the remnants of the Empire to Jakku for Palpatine's final contingency plan to destroy the Empire and take the remnants to the Outer Rim, to the unknown reaches, to rebuild what is now the First Order. And this trailer shows stormtroopers. There's 4 stormtroopers in this, around one character that I'm not familiar who he is and what he's playing. But so if there's stormtroopers there, it's obvious that there's still remnants of the Empire around. Whether or not this takes place, shortly before Battle of Jakku, whatnot, I'm not too familiar. But it looks like this is going to be kind of heavily involved in this character going to these different locations in order to get the to unlock this key card that he gets. He has 4 digits. There's 4 digits he doesn't have, but the guy tells him the locations of where this been, so he's probably going to have to go on this treasure hunt to try to get the final codes. Whatnot, I don't understand entirely. Like I said, not a big Mandalorian fan. I much would like to see what's going on. I am more, like, if they were going to touch on the Mandalorian, I would much rather them go back to Mandalore and touch on what's, like, Sabine's family doing, what's Bo-Katan doing at this time with the Darksaber and all that. Maybe we will get some of that toward the end of the season. I'm not a big fan of the lone bounty hunter type, gunslinger. That's not my Star Wars. I know there's a fan base for that. That's just not my Star Wars. But I am hoping, since this does take place before the Battle of Jakku, that maybe we will see Gallius Rax. Maybe we will see Rey Salone. Maybe we will see Brendol Hux and Yup Tushu and start to get an idea of what Palpatine's contingency plans were, since Palpatine is making a return in Episode 9. I know what some of those contingency plans were because I read the comics and the novels, and that's not me bragging and saying I'm better than you, not by any means. I am fully aware that there's a pocket of fandom that sticks with the movies and the shows, and that's it. They don't want to invest their time. And that's completely cool. And I'm hoping that they could show that in this series so everybody will be well informed, so people aren't going to be like Jeremy Johns and go, oh, fuck that, the movies are the movies, everything should be in the movies. They can't do everything in a 2-hour movie. So I'm sorry. The whole idea is to expand the lore through the novels, and the people that read it get more out of it because they spent the time investing in it. So I'm hoping that they maybe add some of those contingencies like Project Cinder or whatever to this show, and I think it would be awesome that somehow the Mandalore ends up in the Battle of Jakku, because we seen in the Chuck Wendig novels as well as the Battlefront 2 campaign that a lot of stuff happens on Jakku, as well as the novel Lost Stars. So there's a lot of stuff going on with Jakku. I hope this show can add into that. And I'm kind of rambling off a little bit now because I'm just really excited, because finally there's some Star Wars news that's positive. And just on a final thought, I thought the trailer felt like Star Wars. I think they're really I think one problem that Disney's having is they're trying to stay too faithful to the original trilogy, and I think that can hurt them to hurt them in the long run. It's okay to stay within that original trilogy look, but there's an entire galaxy. Not everything has to look the same. There's got to be places that are clean somewhere. For the love of God, not everything has to be dirt, gritty, and sand. And it looks like they're on Tatooine, which also brings me to Chuck Wendig's novel, because on Chuck Wendig's novel, which takes place, like I said, right after Return of the Jedi, Boba Fett's armor is sold from the Jawas to a guy by the name of Cobb Vanth. Cobb Vanth ends up with Boba Fett's armor, and it's got like pick holes and stuff. So we don't know if Boba Fett came out of the Sarlacc and survived, or maybe that armor just got spit up. But like the Sarlacc has been busted open, and Boba Fett's armor has been found by Jawas and was sold to Cobb Vanth. Cobb Vanth is now the he calls himself like the sheriff of Tatooine. Is he going to run into the Mandalorian? I'm really curious to see what all that is going to be. Dave Filoni is really excellent with tying in stories, and I really hope with him and Pablo Hidalgo and Jon Favreau, they can kind of tie all that in. So if you read the Chuck Wendig novels, you get some payoff for that, and the people who didn't also get insight on what we all read as fans. Anyway, so that's my thought on The Mandalorian. I thought the footage looked great. I can't wait to see the first episode. I believe they said it premieres November 12th, so I'm going to be crossing my fingers hoping for that and picking up Disney Plus, because we're going to have a shitload of Star Wars and Marvel stuff. Also, I don't know if you guys want me to do a video on it, but I seen the Clone Wars trailer, and it fucking looks amazing as well. So if you guys want me to hit on that, I'll be more than happy to hit on that in another video. So just be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Till next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms. That's my opinion.